One day, a man came back home. He saw this woman in his house. Then he said, "Who are you, woman?" The woman replied, "Oh, my husband, don't you recognize me?" The man said, "God forbid. The woman I married does not look like this. My wife is fair in complexion, not dark." Then the woman said to her husband, "Yes, you are right, my husband. I do not want you to know or see my real face. I have to disguise myself since the first day I met you. But now I've realized that I was wrong and lying to you and God. I was deceiving myself. God said, I must go back to the original me. Please, my husband, I'm so sorry. Please love me, not my makeups." Then she tried to touch her husband. Her husband jumped and said, "Eish, don't touch me. If you want me to still be in this house, before I open my eyes, go back. Go and put back your makeup. Disguise yourself, please. I want you back the way you presented yourself to me. Whatever it takes, go back to the way I knew you, or else you won't see me ever again in this house. Go back to the woman I married. Not you, not this." The wife said, "But my husband, don't tell me you love me unless I disguise myself. You married the original me, not the fake me. God said I must go back to the real me." Then the husband replies, "Look, go back to your God and tell him I married the fake you, not the original you." Then the woman refused and continued to beg him. She was holding him. "Don't go, my husband, please don't go." The husband replied, "Excuse me, don't touch me." She even knelt down, begging him, crying bitterly. But the husband pushed her without mercy and left the house. Oh, this woman cried. She cried and she cried. She said, "Oh, what have I done? What a big error I placed myself into. I thought I was doing good to myself. I did not know I was deceiving myself. Now my husband is leaving me because I have no makeup on. Oh, God, forgive me. Forgive my lies." The woman stood firm in her faith, praying for her husband. Then one day, she decided to call him again on the phone. She was begging him, "Husband, my husband, please come back." She told him how much she loved him. She was crying, begging her husband to come back home. But this was the answer of her husband. "Woman, listen, I don't know you. I only know the woman I married. She is fair in complexion, not dark. I still love that woman I married, not the real you. If you decide to go back to your makeups, to your jewelries, I will come back even tonight, immediately, as I'm talking to you." But the woman still insists that she won't disobey God. "Honey, I won't disobey God. I love you. You married me, not my makeups. You married me, not the jewelries." The man replied to her on phone, "Listen, then choose between your God and me, or else the marriage is over. I am moving on with my life, There are many pretty women out there." Then he hung up the phone till today. Now this is my question to you. Please answer. Will you still stand firm in the ways of God, in praying, hoping for your husband, for God to transform your husband? Or will you still deny God, follow your husband? What would a true believer do? What would a carnal woman do in this situation? What I have to tell you, my sister, don't deceive yourself. The day you get married and you put on all these makeups, you are building your foundation in your marriage in a wrong foundation. You are showing who you are not to your husband. I remember I used to be like this. Every day, early morning, I have to go quick in the toilet, try to make my face, to disguise my face, put on makeups, do my hair. The man I was with never saw the real me. But I'm telling you, the day I knew I was deceiving myself, I went back to the real me. To my great surprise, the day he saw me, he said, "Who are you?" Do you know what? He even spit on the floor. But I thank God, because I don't want to get married with that kind of man. I thank God. I was never married with that man. But you who is already married, please, you can still save your marriage. The only way to save your marriage, allow God to change the heart of your husband. And if you want God to change the heart of your husband, allow God to walk in him. It can take so many years. It can take so many time, so many months. But you be prayerful. You persevere. Little by little, your husband will love the real you. God bless you. Shalom.